In the shifting sands of time, under skies heavy with storm clouds, a secret has been kept. A secret locked away in ancient manuscripts, whispered in candlelit rooms, and guarded for millennia. Why does the Ethiopian Bible contain 88 books, when almost every other Bible in the world has far fewer? What was hidden from us? Deep within the highlands of Africa, nestled in monasteries carved from living rock, lies an answer. For over 1,600 years, the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church has preserved a collection of sacred texts that the rest of the world chose to forget, perhaps was forced to forget. While empires rose and fell, and doctrines were debated and rewritten, Ethiopia stood apart, a silent guardian of a more ancient truth. Here, in these hallowed stone libraries, priests still walk with scrolls that contain a fuller story. A version of scripture that existed long before the councils and committees of the West decided what was fit to be read. They preserved books that others deemed too dangerous, too strange, or too revealing. For centuries, this complete collection remained a mystery, a whisper on the wind. Inside the Ethiopian biblical canon are books of breathtaking prophecy, forgotten history, and cosmic events that challenge our understanding of the heavens and the earth. We find the Book of Enoch, a text so ancient it is quoted in the New Testament itself, detailing the fall of angels, the origins of giants, and prophecies of the end times. We uncover the Book of Jubilees, also known as the Little Genesis, which reveals a sacred calendar and a timeline of creation lost to the rest of Abrahamic tradition. And then there are the 3 books of Meqabyan, a chronicle of faith and rebellion entirely separate from the books of Maccabees known in the West, as we turn the soft, glowing pages of these rare manuscripts, illuminated by the warm flicker of candlelight. We are reading words that were silenced almost everywhere else, stories of a world more complex and mysterious than we were ever told.
So how did these books vanish from other Bibles? The story is one of power, politics, and control.
In the 4th and 5th centuries, as the Roman Empire embraced a new state religion, influential church councils were convened. Men in flowing robes, bishops and theologians, gathered to debate the very nature of God and to standardize the faith. In these heated debates, scrolls were presented, scrutinized, and often rejected. Books that were widely read and revered by the earliest followers of Christ were suddenly cast aside. Some were declared heretical, others simply inconvenient. Dramatic reenactments show scrolls being set ablaze, their knowledge turned to ash. What didn't burn was hidden, buried, and systematically removed from the official record. While destruction and redaction reshaped the canon in the West, in the isolated highlands of Ethiopia, a different story was unfolding. The original collection was being meticulously copied, cherished, and preserved. Why did Ethiopia resist this great removal? The answer lies in its fierce independence and its ancient faith. The Kingdom of Axum, one of the world's great powers, adopted Christianity as its state religion in the 4th century. But its church never bowed to the authority of Rome or later councils. Geographically and politically isolated, the Ethiopian Church was a world unto itself. They believed they held the Ark of the Covenant, and with it a direct line to God, untainted by foreign influence. Their priests, high in the cliff-face monasteries of Tigray, saw themselves not as innovators, but as guardians. Their sacred duty was to protect the earliest, most complete set of scriptures, the canon as it was first received. It was a mission they would carry out for the next 1,600 years, keeping their library of faith untouched, unedited, and unbroken. Some of these texts contain stories too strange, too powerful, too uncomfortable for the streamlined doctrines of the West. They speak of a time before the Great Flood, when celestial beings called the Watchers descended to Earth, took human wives, and fathered a race of giants known as the Nephilim. These stories describe cosmic battles between angels, detailed visions of heaven, and a universe teeming with forces beyond our comprehension. The Book of Enoch, for instance, provides names, ranks, and roles for angels and fallen angels alike, offering a celestial hierarchy that is only hinted at in the standard 66 book. Bible, were these stories removed because they were unbelievable? Or because the truths they contained were too unsettling, too disruptive to the simple narrative of good and evil that was being crafted for the masses? Surviving the rise and fall of empires is no small feat, Over the centuries, Ethiopia faced countless invasions and attempts at colonization. Armies marched against it, seeking to conquer its land and supplant its unique faith. Time and again, it prevailed. Through every conflict, every upheaval, the monks and priests performed their sacred duty. They hid the ancient manuscripts in remote caves, transported them across treacherous mountains, and risked their lives to safeguard the holy scrolls. Each meticulously hand-copied Ge'ez manuscript is a testament to their unwavering devotion. Ethiopia's unique history, its isolation, its resilience, its deep-rooted faith created the perfect crucible to preserve this original, expanded canon, protecting it from the revisions and reductions that occurred elsewhere in the world. It stands today as a living library, a time capsule of a faith that once was. So what then do these extra books reveal? It's more than just a few extra stories. They provide missing context, answer lingering questions, and paint a far grander picture of the divine plan. The prophecies in Enoch offer terrifyingly specific visions of the final judgment, describing cataclysms and cosmic warnings that resonate with our modern anxieties. They detail a pre-human history, a war in the heavens that set the stage for the drama on earth. These books offer a deeper understanding of concepts like sin, righteousness, and the nature of the Messiah. The expanded timeline in Jubilees connects the dots of Genesis in ways that are simply lost without it. It's a clearer, higher-resolution version of a story we thought we knew, filled with majestic, ancient, and profoundly mysterious revelations about our own origins and our ultimate destiny. But the most shocking part of this entire story is not that these books survived against all odds. It is not that they were hidden or that they were preserved. The most shocking part is what they reveal when read together, a message hidden from the world for nearly 2,000 years, a truth that was fragmented, scattered, and suppressed, but preserved in its entirety in the heart of Ethiopia, a message that may be more relevant today than ever before. Now, after centuries of being locked away in a little-known language, the complete 88-book Ethiopian Bible has been faithfully translated and preserved-made. Available for the first time in generations, the secrets are no longer hidden. The full story is finally ready to be told. Get your copy now, the link is in the description.